So what we're going to do, now we've got the backup directory created, is we're going to copy the specified input file into this backup directory just in case something goes wrong during processing. So the first thing we need to do is just get the file name portion of the total path that was specified when the application was started. To do this, we can make use of the path class and use its static getFileName method. This method takes a full path and returns just the file name, including the extension. In our case, we're going to reference the input file path property. The next thing we want to do is create the entire path to the backup folder and file name. Once again, here we can make use of the extremely useful path.combine method. The first part of the path is the backup directory path itself, which we've already created. And the second part of the path that we want to combine is to add on the actual file name. So now this backup file path will contain the entire path where we want to create the backup copy. Let's just output some text to the console window telling us that we're copying this file. And then to actually perform the copy, we're going to make use of a static method on the file class, the copy method. This overload of the copy method takes the source path, including the file name, and also the destination file name. In this case, the source file name is the file name that was specified to be processed, the input file path property, and the destination is the backup file path that we just calculated using the path.combine method. Let's go and run this updated version of the application, and we can see our message here telling us that we're copying data1.txt to the backup directory. If we head back to File Explorer and head into this backup directory, notice we've now got a copy of data1.txt, and because we've copied it, it still exists in the input directory. Let's see what happens now though if we try and run the application again. Notice that we've got this IO exception. It's telling us here that the data1.txt file already exists in the backup directory. So let's just stop this. When making use of this copy method, if you want to overwrite any existing file without generating an exception or a warning, you can use an overload of the file copy method and specify true for the overwrite parameter. Now, even if the destination file already exists, it will be overwritten without throwing an exception. So if we run the application once again, even though that file currently exists in the backup directory, notice this time we don't get an exception. As well as copying files in C#, we can also move them. Let's take a look at this next.